How good is this video game movie? Let's find out. Hello Fanatics, I'm Phillips and this is the Film Fanatic Review bringing you Detective Pikachu, starring Ryan Reynolds, Justice Smith, and Kathryn Newton. First, we'll tell you what the movie is about, and our initial thoughts. Then we'll move on to our spoiler-free likes and dislikes. We'll finish up with some spoiler-heavy thoughts on this film, and our final word. Detective Pikachu follows the story of a narcissistic boy, uninterested in the Pokémon world, who comes across an intelligent Pikachu that only he can hear. Overall, I enjoyed this film. It does have a few shortcomings, but there are a lot more highlights throughout. For what I liked about this film, let's start off with the world building. Movies based on other intellectual properties need to do a phenomenal job in creating the world that all of its fans have come accustomed to. While some other video game adaptations in the past weren't great at creating these worlds, it seems like Detective Pikachu has broken that streak. This is a beautifully made, intricate, and extremely detailed world that blends the feelings of nostalgia with absolute amazement. It pairs with an unbelievable amount of CGI that brings a lot of these creatures to life that we had only imagined in our childhoods. Beyond the world itself, the performances in this film help to elevate the story as a whole, in particular the dynamic between Smith and Reynolds. They deliver the charm, chemistry, and comedy needed for this lighthearted crime adventure. However, the other performances throughout the film are lacking a bit as they feel a bit over the top in their acting. And the biggest disappointment is definitely the story, as it plays it a little safe on its larger-than-life world. Rather than embrace the world that it has created and all of the lore behind it, it decides to fill a checklist formula to try and play it on the safer side. And unfortunately, that plays out into a nonsensical and very disappointing third act. And that's where I'll end our spoiler-free thoughts on this film. If you want to hear our final word or rating of this film, pause now and click the link in the description, because now it's time for spoilers. No spoilers to talk about in this one, but the best scenes to me were Pikachu's fight, Mr. Mime's interaction, and really any scene with Ryan Reynolds playing Detective Pikachu. So, with the thoughts heard, here's our final word. Detective Pikachu is a fun and formulaic fantasy adventure that gives life to this underperforming subgenre. While the story is overstuffed yet simplistic, with a disappointing finale, and some of the performances seem over the top, the central dynamic, impressive world, and immaculate CGI makes this trip to the land of Pokémon a must for fans old and new. This film may have some shortcomings, but it creates a mold to show that there is success for video games and their adaptations into movies. So I'm going to give Detective Pikachu an 8. Thanks everyone for watching our review. Are you planning on seeing Detective Pikachu? Or if you've already seen it, do you have something to add? What did you think of this story? Let us know in the comments below. I'm Phillips and this has been the Film Fanatic Review.